Hey, what's up you guys? I don't have an intro. Today the master of animation is going to teach you his way. Just kidding, I'm a mediocre hobbyist animator. One that doesn't know the right terms for things, but one that has some tips that could help. However, I suggest you take them with a grain of salt, for I am not an expert. Most of the examples used would be from my claustrophobia animation I recently made. You should check it out if you want, of course. It's not like you'd like to get some more undeserved attention. Listen, I know there's way more stuff than that. Technically it should be like keys, extremes, breakdown, and in-betweens, but let me tell you, I don't know shit. I'm just going to use the simplified version I have in my baby brain. Principal poses, as it's shown in the example, are the important parts of the animation. Without drawing them, your animation will go all over the place. What I suggest you to do is to draw the principal poses, the in-betweens inside in-betweens, and yada yada. You can keep going till you're fully satisfied with the smoothness of your animation. But remember, if the principal poses don't give you a good concept of what it will look like, or if you draw frame after frame, your animation will just have a drop in quality, no matter how many frames you draw. It's very important to place your frames properly. I tend to be lazy with this and use the same technique over and over again, sorry, but placement is something that is pretty underrated. It helps with the piece of the animation. It could give you more or less energy depending on what you're doing. Say you have 13 frames, there are countless ways to place them. I see a lot of animators doing this and while it's okay, it looks a bit bland. Maybe it's a personal taste of mine, but to add some spicy smoothness, I tend to place them like this. Same amount of frames, but hopefully a much more pleasing effect. And, well, you could test many other different things. Follow your own rules and you'll have your own animation style. Go wild. Ironically enough, a good use of timing saves a lot of time. In my claustrophobia animation, which you should check out if you want, I use different timing for my frames to save time. In things that move quickly, it's good to keep a high frame rate, because you can avoid drawing an in-between for every single thing. The eye will not be too bothered by that, but if you move them slowly it could turn out quite awkward. But with small, slow movements, like this one, I think it's fine to use a slower frame rate. You can notice that the frames are placed really close to each other. I imagine how awkward it would be to have them far away from each other. Yikes. I could use the same amount of frame in a quicker animation if I wanted. But you have idea how much time that will take? Scary. But hey, if you want to challenge yourself, you could try that. Make sure not to die though. I love squash and stretch. I'm not sure if it's necessary, but it will give much more life and energy to your animation. I highly suggest you to give it a shot. Squash and stretch is a technique that is especially used in older cartoons. It's the practice of squashing and stretching your character as if it's some plastic object. If used wisely, it will help your animation look less stiff. Squash and stretch is also used in small frame, those funny looking frames that help the action look faster without having to draw a frame for everything. But just like squash and stretch, you shall use them wisely. It's all about energy, buddy. When a character starts their action after staying still for some time, making them start their action without any anticipation may look a bit sudden and robotic. And that's kinda sad because it's an issue I see very often. And it could be fixed with a single frame, an anticipation one, a ready set go frame, you know? This video is a pretty general one. I hope it helped you discover new things about animation. The way I talked about them is just a summary, so if you want to go more in depth, I suggest you looking them up yourself. YouTube has a lot of tutorials that go way more in detail than I did. Thanks for watching this video. As a bonus, I made a speed paint of one of the animation used in this video, so you can take a look at me using some of the techniques I previously talked about. Please enjoy.
Bye.